Starting out in child's pose, ease your way down, and we'll take a little time here. Find your biggest breath. Big inhales that fill all the sides of your torso and puff them outward. And big exhales that pull all sides of your torso inward. And we'll take a couple of minutes just breathing, just like this. So get really comfortable. If you want to rest your head on your forearms, maybe sometimes that helps to get your head a little higher off the ground, helps your hips relax more heavily downward. Find that sound of the breath in your ears, that roaring sound. And the nice thing about that ujjayi breath is it's a warming breath. So each time you draw air into your throat with a slightly constricted glottis, okay, a little bit of a drag in your breath, it heats up your breath. And in turn, your breath can heat up your body. And hopefully noticing that your body's beginning to soften a little bit into this posture. Maybe your hips and low back are letting go. And really begin to tune into your body here. Notice everything. And see if you could release a little bit more tension from anywhere that you're holding it with each exhale. Inhale for expansive feeling all over your body. Your spine is expanding. And exhale to release all that tension. Just let it roll off your back. And watch your mind here too. Just watch the thoughts. Notice what kind of thoughts you're starting your practice with. All right. Having breathed here for a few moments, let's walk the fingers out away from the hips. Keep your hips heavy. Okay, and you can start to kind of open up your armpits and your chest and throat here by, as you walk in your fingertips out, move your shoulder blades towards your feet. So you're expanding your armpit space. You can even lift your palms and lift your elbows if you like, and kind of peel the chest open to the floor. And then as you're ready, grab the mat, put your palms back down if you picked them up, and pull yourself up to hands and knees. So let's take some cat-cows. I'd like to combine it with a wrist stretch, so I'm going to flip hands over, palm up, fingers pointing back at knees. And you might do one hand or you might do two if one is not enough. Okay, pull the heart forward on the inhale for your cow posture. And push the floor away on your exhale for your cat posture. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cows. And try to have a big, proud chest on the inhale and really push the floor. Let your head hang on the exhale. And find a nice little rhythm. Find a nice wave movement in your spine here. So we're looking for maybe a little sensation of opening across the chest when you pull forward with it. And maybe opening across your low back, your upper back as you press the floor away. But get into the side body a little bit too, as always. Let's meet back at a flat back. Go ahead and flip your hands over. That's a good wrist stretch. All right, now I have just one more wrist stretch for you. Make like a mitten hand with your fingers together and your thumb out. 2 mitten hands under your shoulders, and then spin your fingers to point out and your thumbs to point forward. And I just want you to peel just your palm up. So you come up onto your fingers. Your fingers are touching down, but your palm is not. And then put the palm down. Pull the palm up, put it down. And see if you can do this about 10 times. Peeling your palm up, flexing at your fingertips. Or I should say extending at your fingertips. Okay. Think of lifting, pulling the center of your palm up, and then setting it down. And for some people, this is really difficult. And for some people, it's really not. So just feel it out. Okay, one more time, and then pause right there, lifting your palm, pressing down into your fingers. Nice, go ahead and let that go. Ooh, shake it out. Okay, hands back to normal. Fingers spread wide. Let's come up and back to a down dog. Tuck your toes. Come up and back, and let's walk it out. It's our first down dog. So we can be kind of liberal with it. Okay, waggle your hips, roll your shoulders, and shake your head. Yes. And no. Okay, and I'll just get us off our hands for a moment because we spent so long stretching out our wrists. Walk to your hands here. Bend your knees deeply and just hang. Let your upper body hang. You can sway. Maybe you grab your elbows. Okay, grabbing opposite elbows. But I want to encourage you to really put a bend in your knees here so that several things are happening at once. Your spine is truly hanging. Okay, it's not bouncing up level with your hips. Okay, it's really hanging. And the backs of your legs are getting a very gentle lengthening and opening feeling. Okay, from here, let's roll up. So release your arms, press into your heels, inhale, and stack yourself up. Reach very high when you get up there. And exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your hips, come all the way down. Let's do that again. Press into your heels, inhale, roll it up. Reach up, lift your heart. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge all the way down. One more time, inhale, bring it up. Lift your heart. And last time, exhale, hinge all the way down. Palms are down here. Inhale and walk your feet back to down dog. Okay. So let's start to get a little warmer in the legs. Come up on your tippy toes here. Okay, and then hover your knees off the ground. So we're going to do a knee hover. Knees come back up. And then the heels come down. And let's do that a few more times. Heels up. Knees down. Knees up. And heels down. I like to do inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, heels down. So link that breath. Find a rhythm. and get the legs warm. Maybe 3 more times. Two more. Hopefully you feel your legs getting warmer. One more time. All right, next time your heels are coming down, let's start to move. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind you. Send it out in space. Exhaling here, pull the right knee into your chest. Curl over it. Lift your heart over your hands. And inhale, send the right knee back. Let's do it again. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Push the floor away, shoulders over wrist. Again, inhale, send the heart up and back. Sorry, send the leg up and back. Okay, exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Hold and breathe here. We're going to hold, okay? So if you need to drop your left knee, go ahead and do it, but keep the right knee tucking in. Now I want you to challenge yourself to keep the shoulders over your wrists and take the round out of your spine and lift your heart toward the front of the mat. Challenging, but you can do it. Okay, one more big breath in and out here. And inhale, send the right leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the foot between your hands, that right foot between your hands. Coming up to a crescent lunge on your inhale. Nice. Exhale, tap the back knee to the floor. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, tap the back knee. One more time. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, tap it down. Now hold and breathe here. If you need to keep it down, then you can keep it down. But how about this? Challenge yourself to hover the knee off the ground. Just a little hover, an inch maybe. And then resist the floor with your strong legs. Remember to push down into your feet and try to drag your feet together. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Maybe grab your elbows and move them back, opening up your chest. 2 more breaths. Push the floor. Last breath in. And let it go on your exhale. All hands down in front. Come back to down dog. Okay, we'll take a little vinyasa just to get you warm. So feel free to skip the vinyasa as always. Alrighty? Here goes. Inhaling, heart moves forward on the inhale. Plank. Exhale to your hands. You can hop or step as you fold. Inhaling to roll it all the way up. Lift your heart. Exhale, sit down into a chair posture. Drop your tailbone as you look up. Inhale to stand, heart up. Exhale and fold. Halfway up for your inhale. Exhale here, make a big fold. You can bend your knees. Palms are coming down. We can inhale back to plank here, so hop or step. And exhale all the way down. Inhale for a nice little cobra. Grip the mat and pull your heart up as you press your tailbone down. Then exhale, down dog. Okay, I'll meet you there. Walk it out. Shake it out. Okay. Notice if there's any heat building in your body. Notice your breath and your heart rate. Push the mat forward with your hands and pull it back with your feet. And engage your quads. Engage the front of your thighs. Notice if you engage your quads, does it help your hamstrings to relax a little bit? Chances are it does. Okay, second side, please. Here we go. Inhaling the left leg up and out behind. Exhaling, pull that left knee into your chest. Curl your chest over it. Put your shoulders over your wrists. Pause. Inhale, send it back. Let's do it again. Exhale, pull it in. Hold and hover. Hands under wrists, under shoulders. One more time. Inhale to pull it back. Exhale, left foot hover, left knee hovers, hold and breathe. Hold right here. If you need to drop the right knee, go for it. But push the floor. Keep the left knee high. And then think of moving your chest toward the front of the mat. Take the round out of your spine. Nice. One more big breath in here. One last big exhale. And inhale, send the left leg up and out behind. Exhale here, drop the left foot between your hands, coming up to a crescent lunge on your inhale. Come on up. Okay, exhale, right knee taps the floor. Inhale, pick it up. Again, tap. Pick it up. Last one and hold. Tap the knee down, hold and breathe. If you want, you can keep the knee down, but I want to invite you to hover it, push the floor with your legs, and try to squeeze them together. Maybe grab your elbows and move them back. Breathe. Push the floor. One more big breath in here. And exhale to let it go. All hands down, down dog. Walk it out. Okay, we're going to keep going. Here's another vinyasa. Hard moves forward on the inhale, plank. Hop or step to your hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit into your chair posture. Drop your hips. Inhale, back up to standing. And exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down. Hop or step to plank on your inhale. And exhale down. Inhale for that cobra. Pull on your heart. Pull it up. Exhale, down dog. Let's take 5 or 6 breaths here. This will be our first official crisp down dog of the practice. So let's really activate. Let's go through our down dog checklist. It's always helpful to have some alignment cues in these postures. So we're focusing on our stability at first. So really push the mat with your hands, pull it back with your feet. And then could you lift just the very center of your palm to make a kind of a suction cup feeling? And even if you don't feel the center of the palm lifting, just imagine that you could. And then pull the elbows in toward each other. Feel the neck get a little longer. Allow your spine and your torso to be super long here. And then lift those kneecaps to drop the heels down and out of sight. Okay, downward facing dog. And remember, if down dog is not your cup of tea, you can always bend your knees and drop to them. You can always drop down to hands and knees. Okay, I know I've had you in down dog for a long time. So let's keep moving. Inhaling here, get your right leg up and out behind you. Exhaling here, drop that right foot between your hands. Boom. Inhaling here, come up to a crescent lunge. Okay, exhaling here, drop the left heel out to your warrior 2. And I'll spin around to face you. So warriors, remember we want shoulders over hips. Sometimes the shoulders tend to kind of lean into the right hand. Okay, so pull them back over your hips. And then strengthen your legs. Remember, you're still pushing the floor away. You're actively pushing down into the floor. And your legs are also trying to squeeze inward toward each other. So you're feeling the inner thighs drawing up and in. Make sure that right knee points at the right middle toes. And see if you could sink a little deeper into it. Maybe close your eyes as you point the tip of your nose out over your right middle finger. Sink a little deeper. One more big breath in here. Pull your belly button into your spine. One more big exhale. And then let's bring it up and back to an exalted warrior. So inhale here, dropping that left hand behind you, right hand up. Hold and breathe. Sink a little deeper with each breath. Tuck that tailbone inward. Okay, we don't want too much of an arch in the low back. Exalted warrior. One more big breath in here. One last big exhale. And then inhale, extend that front leg. You might want to hop the back foot, the left foot, a little further forward because we're going to transition it straight into a triangle. So reach that right hand forward, slowly forward a little bit more. Reach, 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 reach. And at some point, go ahead and grab the right leg with the right hand. You can reach up with the left and settle in, okay? So once you're here, I find it helpful to re-engage the legs and push the floor downward again. Pull them in towards center again. So you have your stability. And maybe close your eyes. Maybe point your nose up at the ceiling. Remember, you can grab anywhere on your right leg except your knee, even the floor or a block. Maybe you pull your belly button in and press your hips a little bit more to the left, to the direction you're looking, the direction you're opening out to. All right, maybe one more big breath here, pushing against the floor in your triangle pose, warming up your legs. And then as you're ready, we're gonna bend into the right knee, both hands down, down dog. Walk out your heels. Second side. Okay, first let's do a little vinyasa. So inhaling here, heart forward to plank. Exhale, hop or step forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit into your chair posture. Pull your tailbone down, lift your heart. Inhale to stand. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 or 6 breaths here, please. Push on the floor, pull your feet back. Okay, go through your own internal list of down dog alignment cues. I like to think of the right and left sides of the body pulling toward each other. I'm feeling, when I do that, I feel a big strength in the core, okay, from the center. So pull everything inward. Okay, ready for the second side? Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, send that knee forward, drop the foot between your hands, coming up to a crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale to a warrior two. Drop the right heel, open out to the right. Okay, and pause. I'll spin around to face you. So check out the left knee. Make sure it's pointed at your left middle toes instead of at your left arch. We just don't want the knee to collapse inward, okay? Okay, once your ribs are over your hips and you're pulling your tailbone in and pointing it forward so that you're not just kind of swaying in your low back, okay? So really neutralize the low back to the best of your ability. Start to push on the floor with your legs. Push the floor. And try to draw the inner thighs up and inward. So even though you're not looking at your legs, they're nice and warm. Maybe close your eyes. Sink a little deeper. Okay, even though we're being still in this posture, we want to be kind of fierce, kind of active. I want to feel the legs working, getting warm. Okay, as you're ready, drop the right hand behind you. Lift the left hand up. Exalted warrior. Hold and breathe. Resist the floor. The warmer we can get the legs, the more we can open them up, okay? Maybe one more big breath here in your exalted warrior. And then let's extend in the left leg. Maybe hop the right foot a little closer in. And then start to reach the left hand out over to the left. Reach. Reach. Keep wrapping your belly button in the low back. It's not just extending. And then find somewhere to grab with the left hand. Anywhere but the knee, even a block. Totally fine, okay? Right hand up. Breathe. Triangle posture. Trikonasana. Point your tailbone at your right toes. And maybe lift the belly button up and in and press the hips a little more to the right. Make sure you still have a nice long neck here. Maybe close your eyes and point your nose up. Very nice. One more big breath in here. And let's let it go. Bend the front knee, hands down, back to down dog. Okay, here comes a vinyasa. Here we go. Heart moves forward on the inhale. Plank. Exhale to your hands and fold. Roll it up. Inhale. Exhale, sit down into a chair or squat. Inhale to stand, heart up. Exhale to fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale for that cobra. Maybe hover your legs off the floor for an up dog. And exhale to down dog. Okay, here we are in down dog. Stabilize yourself. Get all good and right and all your alignment, your feet, your hands. Okay, and then let's get the right leg up. We're gonna bend that right knee and circle out the knee a little bit. Just get in a little more in the hip. And at first, try to keep your hips level so the right hip doesn't lift too much. Rewind that. And now lift the right hip. Make a big, ridiculous circle with the knee. And rewind that. Nice. Now get the right leg straight out behind you. Really, really long. And do your best to keep the right hip level with the left as you swing the right leg high and then touch the toes down to the floor. Swing it up, touch it down. Okay, let's do that a few more times. Swing, up and down. Swing. And make sure you're engaging your legs while you do this. You're not just throwing them around in space. Okay, we would never want to just passively just throw our legs around in space. Okay, next time the leg is up, hold and give it little pulses. Up, 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 up. Maybe 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold. Now bend the right knee and point it to the left. Hold and breathe in your scorpion. Keep the right shoulder low. So make sure the right shoulder is level with the left and pull back on the left hip. Breathe right here. Left hip back, right shoulder down. Stay in scorpion if you like, or you can flip it out to a flip dog if you're so inclined, allowing the right tippy toes to drop to the floor, keeping the left leg straight and long like a side plank, and go ahead and lift your right arm up. You might even open your heart up to the ceiling here if that's feeling good today. Otherwise, you can just stay in more of a side plank position. That's also appropriate. Maybe 1 or 2 more big breaths here, especially if you've got that yummy back bend going on. Maybe even cactus the top arm. And we're coming back around, okay? Right arm, right hand coming back to the floor in front, right leg back up in the air. Big breath in right here as that right leg shoots out behind you. How high can you stick the right foot up in the air? And exhale, drop that right foot between your hands. Okay, pause and breathe right here in your high lunge, up on your fingertips, looking forward, and hold and breathe right here. Okay, from your fingertips, see if you could lift your fingertips and just reach back, hovering your belly off of your right thigh, just a little hover. If this is too much, drop your fingertips, drop the back knee, modify. If everything's feeling great, reach your hands forward, away from the back of your mat, and breathe. Still hovering your belly just off your thigh, your right thigh. Now let's activate the legs. Remember to push the floor down, 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 push. And also try to squeeze the legs together. So try to pull the right heel back. Try to lift that or pull the left toes forward. Can we take 3 more breaths here? Reach and push. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Nice. Go ahead and drop those hands under your shoulders. Drop the back knee. And we can sink into this a little bit. So I want to just sink into this nice lunge. We've really heated the legs up. We've done some good work. So allow yourself to kind of slack off a little bit, but don't slack off completely. Just find a nice balance between effort and ease. So I want you to continue to resist the floor with both your legs. Okay, I want you to feel that right hamstring talking to you and the left hip flexor. So if they're talking to you enough right here, then just stay right here. But if you'd like to hear a little bit more and there's no pain, try coming down to your elbows. Okay, we want to keep our hips level if we can. So give your hips a look. See if they're level with each other. And we'll take a few more breaths here. Okay, remember, resist the floor. Okay, hopefully a little bit of resistance gives you a little more space to release into. All right, maybe one more really nice big breath in here. And then as you're ready, press yourself up, back to hands and knees with you, and then I'll meet you back in down dog. All right, ready for a little vinyasa just to clear it out? Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhaling, hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up, inhale. Into your chair, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale for cobra or up dog, your choice. And exhale for down dog. Roll it back. Okay, walk it out here, 5 or 6 breaths. All your alignment cues. Okay, and let's start to ground a little bit more into that right foot. And get the left knee up in the air. We'll bend the left knee and circle it out. Keeping the hips level for now. And rewind that left knee circle. And now let's open it up. Stack the left hip, make it really big and silly. And rewind. Okay, now here's where we swing the left leg up and out behind. Activate both your legs. So I want both legs super turned on here. The left leg is lifting high and then tap the left toes to the floor. Swing it up, tap it down. Okay, find a nice rhythm. Not too fast, but not too slow. And the legs are active, active, active. Swing And swing. Maybe 3 more times. Up, down, up, down, up, and hold. And we're going to pulse it. Up, up, push the floor. Keep the legs strong. Up and hold. Now bend that left knee, shoot the left toes to the right and pause. We need to pull back on the right hip and we need to press down into the left hand to make this work. Okay, otherwise the hips are just going to come up. Okay, nice breath into your scorpion. If you want to stay in scorpion, awesome. You want to flip it out into a flip dog, great. Go ahead and drop the left tippy toes to the floor. Make sure the right leg is like a plank leg. And you can stay in more of a side plank kind of feel, or you can turn it into a back bend and peel your chest open to the ceiling. Wherever you are, remember to breathe. And remember not to take it too seriously. Take up a lot of space. One more big breath. And we're coming out. Left hand back to the floor. Left leg back up in the air. Big breath in here. And exhale. Set that left foot down between your hands. Come up on your fingertips. And look forward. Okay. You can keep your fingertips if that's more appropriate. You can also drop the back knee if that's a helper for you. But try lifting your fingertips, keeping your belly hovering off your left thigh. So keep a nice belly hover there and reach back. Think of pressing into your back toes. Okay, really shooting out like a rocket here. But resist the floor. Remember to press down against the floor and try to squeeze the legs together. Maybe reach forward, hold and breathe. Resist the floor. The warmer we get the legs, the better. So push that floor. Very nice. One more big breath here. And let it go. Hands down inside that front foot. Drop the back knee. So I want you to let up on your effort a little bit, but don't completely let go. So keep a little resistance on the floor. You're always kind of pushing the floor away from you with your legs. And hopefully that gives you a little bit of freedom to release. And that's exactly what we're here to do. So maybe stay up on your hands. Okay, just remember, try not to lock out your elbows. We want to always have a little softness in the elbows. Maybe you come down to your elbows, who knows? Resist the floor. Let your head hang. Make sure your hips are level. Okay, you can feel a lot of space opening up in your back body here, so just enjoy that. Maybe one more big breath here, letting your head hang. And then let's let this go, okay? We're coming back up and out. So make your way back up to your hands. You could come back through hands and knees, and I'll meet you in a down dog. Okay, notice how your legs feel, hopefully a little different. Let's take a vinyasa. Here we go. Hard moves forward on the inhale. Exhale to your hands and fold. Roll it up. Inhale. Exhale into your chair squat. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Halfway up. Inhale. Big fold. Exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. All right, this will be our last down dog of this practice. I just want to check in. Find a really nice intentional, aligned down dog here, and just think about how it feels. Notice any differences between this one and the one we did about maybe a little more than a half hour ago. Okay, as you're ready, just drop down to your knees. And I just want to open up the front of the body a little bit more. So if you can sit on your heels with your toes tucked under, great. If it's a little too much with your toes tucked under, just untuck them. So just find whatever is going to work best for you. I like to stretch out my feet when I have the opportunity because it really is good for your feet. So see if you can stand it for at least a little while and then just untuck. Okay, we'll start off with hands, fingertips behind us. So your fingertips will be somewhere under your shoulders. And use your shoulder blades to lift your heart up. So I want you to feel that your heart is definitely moving up toward the ceiling here with the help of your shoulder blades scooping up your rib cage. So just visualize that and make it happen. Shoulder blades scoop up the rib cage. And then see if you could put a little tuck in your tailbone. Okay, and then maybe start to lift your hips. And it might not feel good to lift your hips, so don't push it, don't force it. But if it feels pretty nice, you can get the hips up. Keep that heart lifting, keep the tailbone tucking, and breathe. Now you can really make this very modifiable. So I want you to kind of interpret this and find your own. If you like, you can walk your fingers further forward and, lift the heart further, but keep tucking the tailbone. You can even turn it into a full camel by bringing your hands all the way to your heels, but make sure that feels good. No bad feelings. Take a few more breaths here into the front of your shoulders. Keep that tailbone tucking and make sure your hip flexors are feeling good. Okay, whatever you got yourself into, bring yourself out gracefully, sitting back on your heels, bringing your hands back around front. Okay, if you drop your hands in front of you, I'd like to take us into a little modified child's pose that I call a rock pose. Okay, just pick up your right knee and point it behind you. Point it to the left and then put it on the floor. So you just cross your femurs. And then walk your hands back. And I'm going to ask you to try to sit on your right foot. So your left leg will just curl kind of more or less fluidly over your right. And then from here, making sure you're comfortable sitting on your right foot, you can just ground your fingertips, ground your hips as much as you can too, and start to fold forward over your legs. Now you have plenty of time to do this. And it's probably better in the long run and more fun if you just allow gravity to kind of take you down, rather than trying to jam yourself down there and get down there. There's really no point in rushing, is there? So take several deep breaths. Think of a long spine on your inhale, a heart that moves forward on your exhale, and maybe your head hangs. Hopefully you notice that gravity just naturally pulls you down. Your muscles just naturally let go in the back body. Maybe you'll come down to your elbows today, but maybe not. There's really no rush. More importantly, your spine is long. You feel a release in your back body, your glutes. And as you're ready, bring yourself up out of this. So if you walk your hands forward from here, you can come back to a hands and knees. But bring the right knee back underneath your right hip and switch sides. The left knee points back to the right and then comes down. And you can walk your hands back to now sit on your left foot. Sit on your left foot. The right leg just curls. It doesn't really matter really what the right leg is doing. Just drape it over the left. Sit up nice and tall and long in the spine and start to walk your hands forward. Breathe deeply into your low back. Long spine inhales. Big fold exhales. Heart moves forward. Maybe enjoy one more really long, slow breath here. Let go a little more. And then start to peel yourself back up. From here, you can just sit your hips over to the left a little bit and kick your legs out front. And you can shake them out. Maybe windshield wipers might feel good here. And then let's try to do this in slow motion. See if you could plant your feet so that your knees point up. Okay, just enough to plant your feet. Reach for your toes. So you're kind of starting off in like a boat posture. Abs are engaged. And then curl your spine. Point your tailbone at your toes. Roll slowly down. The low back comes down first with control. The middle back slowly begins to come down. So slow. And you're still breathing, of course, as the upper back lands and then your head. All right, let's finish this practice off with just a little twist. So your knees are still crossed. You can just pick up your right leg and drop it over your left. And then I'd say maybe scoot your feet and your hips a little bit to the right so you can drop your knees to the left. Maybe you make cactus arms, open your chest wide, and look over to the right here. Just breathe. Remember to ground your shoulder blades as you lift your heart. So it's almost like you're trying to do a back bend here. Maybe one more big breath here in this nice twist. And then we'll switch sides, okay? So you can rock the legs through center, switch the crossing, and then maybe just take your feet and your hips over to the left before you drop your knees to the right. Just makes the twist nicer. Look to the left, long spine. Big breath. Find that arching feeling in your back, grounded in the shoulder blades. All right, bring the legs back into center. And release your legs and your arms into a resting posture. Okay, maybe Shavasana, maybe some specialized variation of Shavasana that suits your needs more directly. I like a goalpost arm if I'm feeling tight in the chest. So kind of play around, but get comfortable. Eyes are closed, of course. Breath is, of course, coming through the nose. And here is such a wonderful part of the practice where we've gotten warm, we've moved everything. Okay, but now we let go of all control. We're no longer controlling the rhythm or depth of the breath. We're just letting it do its own thing. We're releasing all body weight heavily toward the center of the earth. And this is a great time just to be still and let your body soak up the magic of your practice. If your thoughts get distracting, sit back and watch them. Notice every sensation in your body. See how intensely aware you could be of this exact moment. This is the one. This is the only one. Please keep resting like this for as long as you can. Thanks so much for joining me.